Attention true crime lovers, the hit Reels Channel show Autopsy is coming to Podcast One with all new episodes. Join Dr. Michael Hunter and those involved with the various cases as they examine the autopsy reports from some of the most famous celebrity deaths of our time. Download new episodes of Autopsy every week on Apple Podcasts and Podcast One.
And welcome to the world-famous Phil Hendrie Show here from the El Pacifico in Southern California. I'm Margaret Gray.
Yes, I'm General Galen Shaw.
I'm Bud Dickman.
I'm Robert Leonard. Well, what do you mean, well? Don't you say, say, here's Phil, but
What is this?
Something I like, it's the Mothman, right, Bud?
Yeah, it's the Mothman. It's called Mothra on the Prowl or something.
No, it isn't, man. Why don't you look at the real title?
I know, I'm just...
Why do you lazy it up, Bud? Read the real title before someone has to pay.
What?
Here it is, man. It's called, it's Apache Tomcat, and the song is called Mothman. Oh, that group. That's your favorite group, isn't it? I like them. So welcome here to the world-famous Phil Hendrie Show on a Friday, and we got Frank Gray coming up. He's going to do a little review of downtown L.A. We were there last night in downtown L.A. This is not Hollywood. This is not...
No, this is downtown Los Angeles, which up to... I think we have to say it, up to now, really, has always been a bit of a blight.
Yeah, a lot of hobos and everything.
Well, hold on for a minute. Yes, they've had their Skid Row, and they've had their hobo experience, I guess you'd call it, but downtown Los Angeles is making a comeback. Well, downtown L.A. has had for many years the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion.
Yeah, that was when they began to try to clean it up a little bit down there because it was embarrassing. Every downtown in America of the major cities has something to offer, but Los Angeles was an embarrassment, you know.
Now,
No, wait, an embarrassment.
Margaret, goddamn it. Why do you got to emphasize words so it blows everybody's eardrums out?
I want people to understand. Then came the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. Then came Disney something. Don't they have the Disney?
What?
Disneyland?
What do you mean Disneyland?
I mean, what,
Well, they have the Disney
Concert Hall.
Yes. Isn't that downtown?
I don't know. They got the Kodak Theater. Yeah, I think it is.
What's the Kodak Theater?
Kodak Theater is the one near the Academy Awards. That's in Hollywood. Yeah, that's in Hollywood. Anyway, the Kodak Theater people can see when they watch our Saturday cinema because that's the street scene that they use.
Oh. Well, in any event, will you do it? I'm bored.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about hobos and bums. I thought this was going to move into something a little bit more glamorous.
Well, it is. Frank's going to talk about it.
I know where Frank goes, believe me. But you're talking about the peripheral, what we call the bummage or the bum...
Yeah, the bum rush.
Not the bum rush.
Wait a minute. This is downtown Los Angeles, folks, which has, over the years, they've got new... there's new apartments, there's new condos. Well, yeah, they had the towers at Bunker Hill, you know.
Is that where the revolution started and everything?
Boy, you are an ass.
Wait a minute. No, you jackball. That was back... There's a Bunker Hill in L.A., Then they've got a lot of lofts and a lot of artists' lofts, and things are picking up down there, you know, near Little Tokyo, places like that.
What do you mean Little Tokyo?
Yeah, it's like Chinatown, only it's Tokyo Town.
Why'd you call it Tokyo Town?
Well, Bud, you really want it this early?
Wait a minute. Bud, Tokyo Town ain't what they call it. They call it Little Tokyo. Why? I don't know, but that's how it came to be known. Little Tokyo. There's Chinatown, yes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yes, there's Chinatown, and then there's where
Japanese people are.
Yes.
Then why don't they call that Tokyo Town?
Are you listening to the man? Hold on. I don't know why they don't call it Tokyo Town. They just don't call it Tokyo Town. They call it, God damn it. Call it Little Tokyo, man, because that's how they came to know it. That's what they do. That's where it's at. So just shut up about it, man.
Okay, God.
Oh, knock it off. So, yeah, Little Tokyo, and there's a lot of lofts and new places to live there, which is really cool. And then in around, like, Pershing Square, which is where we were last night.
Well, Frank is going to talk about this because Frank introduced... I didn't want to go down there. He said, let's go downtown for some of the sushi that you had. And I said, where, Frank? He said, it's just off the Pershing Square parking garage. And I almost reflexively vomited because I was thinking of the bums that can vomit into a sewer on any given day.
Jesus God, Margaret. Talk about having compassion for your fellow man.
What are you talking? I'm talking about the...
I know what you're talking about, the winos and stuff.
Yes, it was going to be sympathy vomiting. Thank you, but now you put me off it.
Yeah, well.
Oh, boy.
Well, what's that oh boy mean?
Sympathy vomiting. So
That's right.
So anyway, we'll have Frank on to talk about. But that was I wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff. Instead of you went like All right, man. I was just telling you. Thanks. I wanted to talk about this in a coherent fashion, but instead we got off into sympathy vomiting. Oh man.
So what else you got, Phil?
Yeah. What else have I got? Well, here. Let's see if you guys like this. We also have Chris Norton, who'll be on. Apparently, adult film actor Beef Heathen has passed on.
Yes, Beef Heathen was well known in the adult film industry. He dies at 56.
So he's dead, or is he going to die?
What is that supposed to...
Wait a minute. What kind of a question is that?
She said he dies at 56.
I'm putting that into the contextual news. Oh, man.
No, he's dead, man. He died, bud. So, but Margaret is saying it the way one might read it in a news flash, something like that.
That's because that's my business, Bud, journalism.
Okay, I thought they were planning on it.
Yeah, that's right, bud. They're planning on killing the guy.
Oh, just that they knew he was going to die. Die.
Anyway, Beef Heathen is gone at 56, and Jack Armstrong will be with us. We've, Jack is the guy who's on the show. We really never can figure out what it is we want him to do.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to have Jack do, and he's very excited about this, is we're going to have him report on high school football.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because Coach Dozier tomorrow night, the last game of the season for these dudes over there at Belmar Academy. And guess what, man? They're 1-6 because they finally won their game last week against who did they beat?
They beat Cubbytown.
That's right, Cubbytown. And they're going after Mater Amans. Anybody?
You don't speak Latin, do you?
Why would he speak Latin? Well, I took Latin in high school.
Yeah.
I know Mater is mother. That's a very typical. We have Mater Dei, which is in Los Angeles.
Yes, there is Mater Dei, there's Verbum Dei, which is the Word of God, and that's the high school in central Los Angeles.
Yeah, in fact, we played Verbum Dei in high school in basketball, and we got our asses handed to us. These kids were so phenomenal.
Well, they were black.
Yeah, man. I knew you'd bring that up, man.
Well,
it got nothing to do with them being black. It had to do with the fact that their program was just great because it emphasized basketball. And the reason why it emphasized basketball, Bud, is at the time, socioeconomically, the best way to make money for a young black man was to go into athletics.
God, Mr. Henry.
Well, I keep trying to explain this to people. Well, what are you talking about? General, never mind.
So you don't think it's because of the superiority?
Are you an idiot or something?
But that has pretty much been debunked.
There's no superiority inherently in any race physically for basketball. The fact that black players excel in sports is because for generations, if not generations and generations, if not hundreds of years, that was one of the best ways for a young person to get into a middle class or upper middle class economic strata and actually make something of their lives. They went into athletics, and so they trained very hard in athletics, and they got goddamn good at athletics, and they got better at it than white kids in athletics, because the white kids could go out and be a doctor.
My God.
That was very...
Better calm down, Senator. Well, never mind. We'll be back, world famous Phil Hendrie Show. Thank you.
Hey, what's going on? It's Chris Norton, and I'm here for Blue Chew, and I know a lot of you guys out there want to be able to perform successfully at the optimum level. And I can tell you right now, I've talked to a lot of guys. I personally don't have this problem, but I do talk to, and it's not really a problem. It's just like it's a challenge sometimes for you to perform at a top-notch level in the sets. And I recommend Blue Chew. This is no kidding around, okay? I'm very, very serious, and I'm very, very serious about it. Blue Chew is where it's at, as Mr. Hendrie would say in his boomy boomer, or maybe I should say baby boomer way that he says stuff, is where it's at. Now, what you do is call up Blue Chew or contact them at a website at bluechew.com, and you get the first chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. BlueChew.com affiliated physicians work with you to find a dosage and active ingredient that is best for you. Chewables also can work faster because you chew it and you do it. Chew it, do it. Is what I like to say. The chewables from Blue Chew can be taken on a full or empty stomach. An online physician consult is free, so it's cheaper than the other two, Viagra or Cialis. It only takes a few minutes to connect with a BlueChew.com affiliated physician. And if you qualify, you get prescribed online quickly. No in-person doctor visit, no awkward conversation, no waiting line at pharmacy. Ships directly to your door in discreet packaging. I mean, it's tight, you know. And the chewables from BlueChew.com are prescribed online by a doctor and made in the USA. Take it from me, Chris Norton. You know, I'm an aspiring adult film actor. I'm an aspiring adult film producer. You know, I am very good looking. I do have a great deal of success energy. And I want to tell you all about a great deal for you now. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use promo code PHIL, P-H-I-L. Just pay $5 shipping. That's B-L-U-E, chew.com, promo code PHIL. And go for it. You know, and it's fantastic. And like I said, you know, a lot of dudes. I talked to Heath. I talked to Biff. A lot, you know, dudes that work the rope. That work the rope at my bar stool. They do it. BlueChew.com. All right.
Yeah, welcome back to world famous Phil Hendrie Show here from the El Pacifico in Southern California this Friday. And coming up next we got
Frank Gray, and where he goes to eat downtown where the hobos are not hobos.
Yeah, in the land of sushi and hobos. Well, you guys are really.
Well, you know, you're blowing it, General.
All right. Anyway, let's talk to Frank Gray. Is with us. Margaret, where is he tonight?
Frank, you're on the 3rd Street Promenade, right?
Yeah, I'm on the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica right now.
And are you having dinner with Bob?
Yeah, having dinner with Bob Beldecki. And General, remember Bob Beldecki? And she beat you bowling.
Oh yeah, there was a Santa Monica Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. So
how's he doing?
She's doing great, Bob. I'm talking to General. Well, she just went off to talk to one of these ladies that is trying to get us to go in a strip joint. I'm not going in, Margaret. Don't worry about it.
Frank, you can do what you want as long as you come home by 9:30.
Yeah, that's a funny one. Anyway, you wanted me to talk about...
We want you to talk about, I know that you and Bob had lunch over at, did you have lunch at the Mrs. Fish or Perch?
No, we went to Mrs. Fish, which is absolutely exquisite. And, Mrs. Fish is over there off of 5th Street, Phil, and Figueroa, in the downtown area. And then we went up to Perch, which is the bar upstairs, and that is a rooftop bar. And
now that I was there myself last night, and it's an amazing place.
Well, what do you got me on for? She was
because we want to get Phil. Frank, you have a much better view of Los Angeles, the history of Los Angeles, the eateries and so forth.
Well, that's true. I mean, look.
There wasn't much downtown for a long time.
No, there was nothing downtown for a long time. The closest thing you got to any place to go to eat was Felipe's, or you might, or go to Chinatown, some deal like that, or you go over to Little Joe's, the Italian restaurant. But now there's a number of places that have opened up. They're all right off the parking garage there, which scared Margaret. He thought it was Bum Central or something.
Well, there still is that element in downtown, Phil, and everyone, where you do see a lot of the homeless men.
Right, but they're very respectful, and they bow as you go by. And
what do you mean they bow?
What do you mean they bow?
I'm telling you right now, when we go, Margaret, don't you remember that when you and I went by a couple of the hobos, they bowed and doffed their caps? You don't remember that?
No, Frank, I don't remember that, and I hope you're not seeing things.
I'm not seeing. When he and I walk by, and they see that you're with your wife, many of the hobos downtown off of Pershing Square.
You kidding me, Mr. Gray? They really do?
I'm trying to tell you people this.
Well, if they did, I didn't see that.
All right, well, now I'm telling you. As I walked by with Margaret, and they saw him, and look, there's a gentleman with her wife, and they bowed and...
All right, I mean, it might have been just those two guys, huh?
No, it's happened before. Well, then anyway, let's just go past that. But these two hobos, they got up and milady, and I don't know.
Look, Frank, if you're lying to me,
if I'm lying to you, what?
Nothing.
Then we went across the street because we parked at the Pershing Square garage. Phil, you like that place, right?
Yeah, that's central, and I was parked there overnight, actually.
Oh, really?
None of anybody. I was parked there, and yeah, it was very central. And then, got the person I was going on a date with, and then we went across the street to this great building there.
Yeah, so Perch is right there, and I love the name Perch because you're perched above, everything, and you're way high up, and so you go in, and there's two gentlemen at the door, and once again they say, Good evening.
I don't remember anyone bowing. I do remember them being very deferential.
Yes, they're very nice young men, and they'll, yes, sir. You know, they'll actually say it that way, Phil. S-U-H. Yes, sir.